It's about time.
It's recording.
Yeah, so we just put it here?
Yeah. Just walk across, make sure it's following you.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Now walk across.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You just have to move slowly.
Yeah, you don't have to move that.
Yeah. Okay, well thank you.
Right,
And then when it's
now.
when it's done, what I'll do?
Just press the button again.
Which button?
The same button right here.
The bottom one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I mean, you can. The other thing, you can always press the button on the. See where it's red on there?
Yeah.
Just press that one. That'll stop it also.
And then what we'll do? Just leave it there. I'll come look for you.
Well, I'll just.
You'll be here, right?
Yeah. What time you get home?
It's 8:50 something. 8:30.
Just take everything, put it together.
Yeah.
And I have to be up at the Welcome Center.
Okay.
So you can just drop it off up there with me.
Okay.
If you want.
Okay. Well, I'll be here tomorrow.
All right.
I'll come to
Here's
see you
all
tomorrow.
The stuff from it too.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Roger. Yeah. Hey, how are you? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It follows me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm recording everybody on the reverse side too. Here. Yeah, finance 500. 534? No. 534. No, it's not this one. Just. Hi. Hi, how about I start our class? You guys are ready? Guys are ready? Yeah, because it seems like I don't know none of you guys here because I'm teaching like finance courses here since year 2009. So, but like I taught like you know, this is my class website. You can see like courses like I taught it just mostly are just undergrad finance classes. But however, you know, I don't see any of you guys are actually taking the classes here for the undergrad study. So, but anyhow, this is my website. jufinance.com, and I'm actually recording the whole class. Actually, it has a reverse camera, so I probably won't pay attention to what you're doing, but however, the computer will. So, so that's why I have it right in the middle. So it's okay. So you're sleeping, or you're texting, or whatever you're doing, or talking. I'll review them, and I know everything. It's scary. It's scary. Huh? A little bit? No, actually, it's only showing me. And I'm going to upload this video to our class website. And then, so if you're not so clear about any lectures, hopefully, with the help of our security, he's also my student Roger. We can be able just to review that anytime in our class website. Yeah, this is just my class website for all my courses. And because I was from China before, I came to this country in year 2000, and then it took me 5 years to get my PhD in finance. And then, so this is my first academic job. Actually, I've been here 5 years so fast. Yeah. So, anyhow, so since I was from China, so I have Chinese ni hao here, and then so I include like my students from all other countries how to say hello over here. If I miss any of you guys countries, let me know. But I just found from Google like many ways to say hello. Yeah, I know Saudi. She's from Saudi, right? Are you from Saudi? No. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Any other countries? No, we're all American here. Yeah, anyhow, I'm recording everything. Yeah, so record everything. Yeah, you guys be careful. This is my class website. You see, jufinance.com here. This is actually my personal website. It has nothing to do with JU or anything. But however, I just wanted to be easy to remember, so I just created a name, and then it's hosted by GoDaddy.com. It's really convenient. I was doing all the job myself. Well, it's pretty easy actually. Yeah. So you see, the courses close to this class, but however, it's an undergrad class. This is Fin 01 class. Yeah, but however, it's an easier textbook, and also the way I taught it is easier. So if you want to have the review or quick startup, you can just visit the class. Like this is the current class I'm teaching, because this is a traditional 16-week class. So we did pretty slow. So I got all the information here. If you want to do some exercise, if you want to slow down a little bit, you can find information from here. It's all the same thing actually. Now our class is this one. Fin 500, this is our current class. And then, but however, if you want to have a review of the prior classes, like for the same class, but however, it's the same textbook and everything, the orders of the classes are the same too, you can just click on the spring 2014, and this is the spring 2014 semester of the same class. It has exam, homework assignment, everything similar, but however, I'm changing the structures every time. So, but however, it's very similar. Yeah, if you want to have more stuff to study, you can, or you want to be ahead of us, you can just come over here. Or spring 2013, it's also, over here. But our current one, click on, go to jufinance.com and click on Fin 500 current class. This is our class. So far, this is, I just built it chapter by chapter. So we'll start from chapter 5 and chapter 6. So I've put chapter 5 and 6 stuff here. Chapter 7, and then we'll jump chapter 2 and chapter 3. Those are accounting stuff. So because I realized we don't have enough time, so we'll just we'll just pass chapter 2 and 3, those financial statements, and then study bond pricing. I'm still construction, still just building. This part is not done yet, but however, for chapter 2 and chapter 5 and chapter 6, everything is here. Yeah, so syllabus, yeah, syllabus is there. So Any questions? My office is right there, so I don't want to waste so much time to talk about syllabus. But however, my office hour, you're probably interested. Office hour, since I'm teaching Tuesday class now, so I'll be here on Tuesday too. So Tuesday afternoon and Monday afternoon and Wednesday and Friday afternoon, I'll be here. So sometimes I have to be out of the office and attend a conference or something, but drop me an email or call me. You can see my phone number, cell phone number here. You can just call me or anything. So the textbook, really, I don't know how many of you have purchased the textbook or not, but however, you can just still pass this course with no problem at all without the textbook. Or you can borrow the textbook in the library, because I left a copy of the textbook in the library. You can copy for 2 hours every day. Or you can get earlier version. The one in the syllabus is version 10, but you can use version 9 or something. It really doesn't matter. For the homework assignment, and I'll just assign you the homeworks to do and post it in the class website, so you don't need to have the book. But however, for the information, everything actually is the same thing. Even though you have other textbook, not this one, it's still the same thing actually. The fundamentals are the same. But this is the one I choose. It's a very easy, not very easy, it's a very popular textbook. So I know a couple of you guys are actually registered FIN 501, and I don't know the difference between 500 and 501. So any of you guys are actually registered for FIN 501, not 500? Yes. So any difference?
The grading. It matters.
Okay.
As far as where the letter grades versus just pass fail, you actually get it factoring into GPA at 501.
Okay. So I don't need to give some favorism or some special attention to you guys, right? The same thing, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, great. But I wouldn't find you guys' name under FIN 500. It would be FIN 501, right? Okay. But however, because we are finance is it's actually like a kind of science, but using math, actually very heavily involvement of math or application of math to work out the problems related to money actually. So but however, because finance is more like what will happen in the future with your money or the company's money. So since nobody knows what will happen, like tomorrow, for example, it could be like good day or bad day in the financial market. Who knows, right? Because it has a lot to do with the factors that's uncontrolled by none of us in the whole world. Nobody can control what will happen. So because of this, people use a lot of the math to try to figure out what will happen with the certain possibilities. Because of this, they use lots of math. Unlike accounting is just review of what has happened in the company in the past. So it's different. Now, because of this, we need to work out the math problems, a lot of math problems. You can see from the study guide for the first week, it's actually all math problem. What will happen to your money? Figure out how much you have in your account or whatever. So because of this, we're going to use a lot of calculations. We have to do a lot of calculations. But however, with the advancement of technology, we don't have to do that by hand anymore or using calculators. In this class, we'll do a lot using computer. So, because I guess because the class size is too big, so they didn't put us into the computer lab. It used to be like we all have this class in the computer lab upstairs. So really unfortunate, so we don't have the computer for everybody. So can you bring your laptop or the iPad? So with the Excel, so we can work out the exercise together. From next class, can we do that? In the exam, you can bring your computers. Also, you can use the Excel. You can use your computer and Excel in the class. Or, calculator. I know some of you like to use the finance calculator, or you want to use the 84, right? TI 84. It's totally fine, too. Any other questions? So what I plan to do, I plan just to cover, it's different already because I changed my mind yesterday. I put it over here about 8 chapters. So I think what we'll do is just covering 6 chapters. Since we have 6 classes, we have 2 exams. In week 4, we have 1 exam, and in week 8, we have another exam. So since we have 6 classes, so we'll just cover 6 chapters. So we are not going to study any financial statement, chapter 2 and chapter 3, the accounting part. Yeah, we'll just study time value of money, which is chapter 5 and 6. And then chapter 7 is bond. Chapter 8 is stock. And then chapter 9 is the capital budgeting. And then chapter 13, it was wrong here, chapter 13, which is risk and return. Yeah, so yeah, I'll say chapter 13 is pretty hard, risk and return, because, for example, there is a new Chinese stock which is a star in the market now. This is Alibaba, right? How risky it is. The prices keep on going up. Shall you buy the stock and hold it for several years? And it will become like another Google or Apple. Stock price go up for like 10 times or something, you know. So risk and return. So we'll try to figure out the risk of the stock and then figure out the return based on this risk. So it's very theoretic, so it's very hard. But however, it's still doable with the Excel, and then, you know, so it will be okay. And then all the other chapters are actually not that hard. Yeah, it's just a lot of practice. You want to do well in this class, you have to practice and practice and practice a lot. Yeah, my style is just like, I'll give you the homework to do. And then, I've assigned the homework already for chapter 5 and 6, about 20 questions. I think 20 questions there. Yeah, like it's all like calculation questions. Yeah, and then I assigned it now. So hopefully, if we can finish everything, and it should be due a week from like the end of the chapter. Yeah. Any questions for me?
For the homework, you have it just typed up and handed it to you?
Yeah, or since it's Excel, you can just use your Excel and then save it in the electronic file and then send it to me through email. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. If there's no problem, we'll start the chapter now. It's not following me anymore. Okay. It's actually recording you guys. No, it's not. Yeah, yeah.
So we're just covering average 5 or 10?
13. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 13. Yeah, sorry, because, yeah. 10 was no 2, no 3. Chapter 2 and 3. 10 is really just one equation. We may have time just discuss about the equations in chapter 10, that's all. Yeah. Don't talk to each other, I'm recording you guys. And I can catch the bad guy real easy, just looking back at it. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure you all know like how to, you know, because I can tell like a lot of you guys, you know, looks really smart and have lots of money. I'm sure that's the truth. So you all know how to deal with money, right? Yeah. So, you all know how to deal with money, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, so actually those stuff like we are going to learn is really not something new, because we all know what, you have some extra money, what you would do, you should invest it, right? Why you should invest it? Because you earn some interest if you put the money into the bank, or you know, you put the money invested in the stock market. Hopefully, the stock price will go up. You get some dividend, so you get some returns from your investment, right? So that's time value of money. Just like, well, the money you have, if you deal with it correctly, and the value are going to be larger and larger and larger, right? So you know, so look at this graph here. You see, chapter 5 and chapter 6, chapter 5 is just like doesn't have complicated situations. Chapter 6 is more realistic, and the cases will be more complicated, and that's all. But however, it's all about time value of money. The basic idea is just like, well, you have money, and then it's going to grow. It's going to grow. You put the money into the bank, and then you know how fast it will grow. right? For example, you have $100 in the bank, grow at 10%. Do you know like how much is going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, right? See, to receive the fixed amount of money in the future, if you start early, you don't need to start with a lot. But however, you start late, you need more money to start, right? So because for here, you have only one period, saving period. You just get returns for one period. But however, if you start early, because you start to make interest, and then it's growing, and then it grows into that size, and then grows into the sides. Yeah, but however, basically it's just like that. You have money, you put money into the bank, it's going to grow. Yeah, but our job is to figure out how much it's going to be exactly. Yeah, you see, we all know how to do that, right? Yeah, see, this is a general equations to do that mathematically. Like, for example, you see, this is, if you just save it for one period, this is how much you need to start. In other words, if you have that much, you save it for one period, it's going to be that. In other words, the equation would be, well, let's call that present value. The earlier period, cash or investment is called present value. The earliers are called present value. And then the laters, like you're going to take it out from your banks, it's called the future value. So that's how to tell. This is present value, which is earlier period savings. And then future value is just the later, in the future, the amount. Yeah, so usually the equation is just like that. Present value is just the amount you deposit, right? We all know that, right? This is for one period, right? So if you have $100, 10% return, and then how much it's going to be should be 100 times, or, just like that. So if you have a certain amount, and it's going to be growing at the rate of R every year, so it's R% higher than the prior year, year by year. And what about the second? If you save it for the second period, for 2 periods, how much the future value is going to be? You see, if you wanted to save it for 2 periods, you just need to have that much to start, and then you still end up with this same amount. Yeah, the reason is just like, well, so this is your first period value, right? So you let it grow for another period. So the equation should be just like this, right? So this is the future value. If it's 2 periods, it's just PV times 1 plus R with the power of 2. If you have $100 in the bank and 10% of interest, a year later it's going to be 100 times 1 plus 10%, right? 2 years later it's going to be 100 times 1 plus 10% with power of 2. Yeah. What about 3 period? Yeah. So it just equals to PV times, PV is just the amount you deposit, present value, with power of 3. With power of 3. Yeah, so we can just summarize it or conclude it, like for the future, in n years, it should be present value times 1 plus R with the power of n equals to future value. Yeah. See, this is a general rule. Well, once you understand this simple relationship of future value and present value, future value and present value and future value. Present value is always the amount like you start with, and it grows at a certain rate. Let's say for the bank, it grows at rate of n. If it's for n period, then it's going to be that much n years later. Yeah. So this is how to figure out, this is the way to figure out the future value, or the future amount is how much from your investment of PV, whatever it is. Growth rate is just this interest rate. Yeah. And this is the basic one. Either you put the money into the stock market, you figure out the return is how much. You can apply this equation to figure out the future, how much you can withdraw from your account, how much it's worth. It could be like your saving account, or like your 401 account, whatever it is, yeah. It's all like that. It's just like your money will be growing at this rate year by year. So the longer you wait, this number is getting bigger and bigger. You can see from here. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah, this is a general equation. Based on here, we can just derive other equations very easily. For example, we know the future. For example, I want to retire 30 years later, and I need, let's say, $2 million to retire, but I want to save in a bank account, give me 10% return, so how much I should have now so I can retire with certain amount of money. So if you know the future, you don't know the present value, so how can you figure out, how can you just calculate the present value? Yeah, so you don't know PV, yeah. So, yeah, I just divided, right? Yeah. Yeah, so use this equation, so apply this equation, you can figure out the present value, how much you should invest. What about, like, we know how much we have, how much we want in the future, and also how long I can wait, but what kind of interest I have to get? What kind of interest they have to offer me? From this equation, how to get the equations for interest rate once we know the PV, FV, and N? Huh?
Use log.
Yeah, you have to use log. But use log, yeah, you can use log. Yeah. Yeah, you can use log. Yeah, so use log, how to do that? So, right? Right, so, and what else? Use log, right? 1 over n, yeah. So, we have a actually math professor here. So, yeah, with the power of n. So we can get, yeah. So this is equation to figure out the interest rate should be how much. Yeah, you can use log also. You get the log on each side, so it will be log, yeah, over log n minus 1. Yeah. And what about we know FV, PV, and also R, but we don't know how much is N. So can we do that? Yeah, so we know FV, PV, and R, but we don't know how much is N. So for example, I want to become a millionaire. I have $100 only, and I want to wait. I don't know how long I have. I found an account can give me 20% return every year. So, well, you know how long I have to wait, or something. So sometimes we want to know how long. So can we get the equations for N? Yeah. Yeah, anybody? So can we use the log? Yeah, right? So, sorry, it's so messy. Log, right? N, right? So we just can write it, right? So, yeah, so see, that's why I say, even though it's all like issues related to money, but however, we can use math equations to work it out. You can see, you can refer to the math equations here. Well, yeah, it's not here actually. But anyhow, so this is time value of money. All we're doing from now on is just like once we know the present value, we want to figure out future value. And then we know all the other stuff and then try to figure out the only one like we're interested. Yeah, but however, is that easy? That's pretty easy, right? All you need to do is just memorize all the equations and then plug in the numbers and then just try to, try to be careful and don't make mistakes and come up with answers. So is that easy? You guys like it? Yeah, but anyhow, with Excel, everything is easy though. Yeah, see, I post over here. I post over here, but you can watch it by yourself at your spare time, like how to use Excel to calculate the PV and FV and annuity, and rate and NPV and all these. Yeah, so for your reference. And this is how the stock market works. This is a really old cartoon made in 1950 something. But however, it's very simple at that time. Financial market isn't so complicated. So, but however, it explains very well how the business will grow. Using other people's money to grow your own business. Yeah, so it's pretty nice. This one. Yeah, let's look at this one first, and then we'll work on the exercise questions, and then we're going to be using a lot of the Excel. Yeah, in the old times, it's called simple interest. Simple interest don't count the interest. It's just like you have $100 put into your account, 10% the interest, then you will receive 10% of interest every year. So the first year, $10, that's your interest, because $100, 10%. $10 your interest. Second year, also $10 interest, so interest won't grow, it's fixed. But however, nowadays, it's not used anymore. The simple interest is not the way the banks actually dealing with the money. It's called compound interest nowadays. Compound interest is like, well, the first year you have $100, 10% of interest, you make 10% interest rate, 10%, you make $10 of interest, and then your principal is going to be $100 plus this $10, yeah. So you see, the principal is growing because your interest is also making interest for you. It's called compound interest. So your principal is going to be $110, and then it's going to grow at 10%. So your next interest is going to be $11. And then your principal is not going to be $110 anymore. So it's $110 plus the new $11 of interest, so $121. So because of this, you see it's growing at a faster rate. With this compound interest, it's actually benefiting the savers. Yeah, the old way, just the same interest forever. But however, the new way with the compound interest, the interest will be added into your principal, into your own account. So your base is going to be growing. And then that means you start early, and then you will be ending with more money in the future. Yeah, so this is compound interest. So we always call that like compound interest rate, so that's just interest rate. But however, the compound interest is the way the bank is using now, or other like financial market offers you. Yeah, the PowerPoint you can see is over here, and this is the homework, Chapter 5 and Chapter 6 homeworks. Yeah, like 20 questions over there, and this is the end of chapter of the book. The end of chapter of the homework solution from the textbook. So Chapter 5 and Chapter 6 solutions are there. Yeah, what's good, it just have like it has both, I think it has both like math calculation, and also has the Excel or calculator to show you how to work it out using calculator. So you can use them as a reference, but the homework is this one. Homework is this one. And the questions here are actually from the prior exams, for this class and others. So our exam questions will be very similar to this one. Yeah. So any questions? Yeah. Don't be scared. This class using Excel was super easy. Huh? Really? It's super easy. You guys don't think so? Maybe? Yeah. Well, let's see. But however, what we'll do, but however, the problem with Excel is just like, well, it's like we just learn how to use the computer. And but however, if you don't understand the math equations or formulas behind it, well, we're losing something. So what I suggest you to do is, you don't have to memorize equations like this. You don't have to memorize at all. But however, you should understand this fundamental one, and like everything is derived from this. So you should just try to understand it. And however, you should understand the theories behind it, and also and then know how to use Excel to work it out. Yeah, if you just know which button and which command, and you're missing something. But however, so what I'm going to do is just to show you the math equation, and then how to work it out by math, and then how to get it easily from Excel. Yeah. But remember, the basic equation is just this: PV times 1 plus R with the power of n equals to FV. Yeah. Remember, the PV is how much you start. It grows at the rate of R year by year for n period. And then the final value should be FV. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah. So how many of you are actually working for in the finance companies, or nobody? Or anybody want to work for the finance company or something? Yeah. You're working for, or you plan to? Okay, yeah. That's good, because Jacksonville has many finance companies actually. It's growing pretty fast. So, well, you could start working now, because this is the question. Huh? Oh. In the previous. Well, let's just use 10% as, yeah, anything, but this is chapter 5. Yeah, remember that equation, and you have $1,000. You want to invest $1,000. You should first tell this is present value or future value. If it's earlier, then it should be present value. Later period should be the future value. So you want to invest $1,000 and for 5 years, 10% of interest. So how much? Yeah. Simon, right? Simon, no, Will. Huh? Dylan, sorry. Yeah, Dylan was my student before.
Do you have another one of these chapter 5 in class?
Oh, I do. I guess so. Oh, sorry, it's all gone. It's all gone, sorry. Yeah, I heard you say it's too hard, right? No, yeah. Well, let's see we'll get the same answer or not, right? So, first thing you should do is just to write down, all we need is just, well, since it's asking for how much is future value, this is a question, and we should know how much is PV and also how much is rate, or this R is how much. And then use the equation. And then we'll use Excel to do that. Okay, so the equation is future value equals to PV, right? I'll just plug it in because I'm pretty sure there's no problem. Yeah. Right? No, I was wrong. No? 1610, yeah. Sorry, yeah, 1610, yeah. See, this is a math, right? So you have $1,000. This is the way we all get it. So just you have $1,000. You know, so let me give you some detail. So with $1,000, right? By the end of the first year, it should be 1,000. This is your principal, but however, you made $100 interest, right? So this is by the end of the first year. Second year, so sorry. Right? So this is $1,000. This is interest. So by the end of, sorry. yeah. So this is $1,000 plus $100 interest. Now this is going to be your principal, right? The second year, 10% plus. Right? So yeah, and then this is your principal. You make 10% of interest plus your principal. Right? So you see, this is the first year. This is your third year. You know, this is your third year, and then we have fourth year. And this is you see, so that's why interest is earning interest. So it's growing at 10%, but however, the base is getting larger and larger. The interest will be put back into your pot, so it's growing bigger and bigger. So that's why you're actually making more and more interest. So your $1,000 is going to be $1,610 5 years later. Yeah, so this is a basic idea, basic stories behind it. Yeah, but however, we are going to be learning the easy way now. The easy way using Excel, you know, I know some of you guys have the Excel, but open the Excel, and then there's a command called FV. So, you know, we're trying to figure out the future value. So FV is a function in Excel, the built-in function to do the math for you. We use the FV function. The syntax of the future value function is just this. The syntax is just FV as a function, and then the input should be, it's always this order. The n, it's called ampere here, or number of period, it's just n here. No, it should be rate, yeah, rate, ampere. Yeah, and then in our case, PMT, we can just give the value of 0, and I'll explain later, and then FPV, and that's all. See, this is the syntax. Or just put 0. So far, just give the value of 0 for PMT. This is the FV functions. This is the syntax. In our case, it's just like, well, this is the formula we should use. Rate is 10%, 5 years.
You put it in as 10 or
10% or 0.1. Yeah, 10%, yeah. 10% or 0.1 is okay. 0.1. But usually when we say a rate, it's like a percentage number. Yeah. You see, let me show you. Or you can use your calculator. Your input should be PV is 1,000, ampere is 5, rate is 10%, and then just calculate the future value. And in your calculator, there's a button called PMT. Just give a value of 0 so far. PMT is just like PMT is just like the payment, or just like if you plan to deposit in each period the same amount, and that's PMT. We don't. We just have one deposit, and we don't do anything with our account, and just wait and hold. So there's PMT just 0. But however, if you have $1,000 and you deposit another $1,000 every year, so you give a value for PMT. But so far, there's nothing. Let me show you. It's really easy, so you don't have to. It's real easy to, like in the exam, you can have your computer with you, so you don't have to memorize it.
In the Excel function, what's the PV in brackets and the height in brackets?
Just a second. What's your question?
In the, it gives you the kind of helper.
Yeah.
And it has, after rate and per payment, it has PV in
Yeah.
brackets and height in brackets.
Type, yeah, well, let's see here. You know what you can do? First, you go to formula. On the top, click on the formula, because we're not familiar with the command yet. You know, click on the formula and look for financial. Look for financial. You see a list of command. So ours is FV. You see FV here, alphabetic order. So click on FV. You see the definition of this one says returns the future value of an investment based on periodic, constant payment, and the constant interest rate. So you see the box. Okay, the message box is here. The rate, however, either put 0.1 or put 10% there. 0.1 or 10%. You see, the definitions is just here. The rate is the interest rate per period. And the second one is M/per. The definition is the total number of payment period in the investment. In our case, 5 years. The PMT is the payment made each period. It cannot change over the life of the investment. It's an investment made each period. In our case, we have only one deposit. We don't have any payment in each period, so just put 0 there. So give a value of 0, so there's nothing here. PV is the amount. It's the present value or the lump sum amount that a series of future values is worth now. Yeah, so give a value. How much you deposit now is PV here, so just 1,000. Type. For most of the questions, we can just ignore this, leave it blank. It will use the default. The type is just like, well, you know, if you make the deposit at the beginning of the period, you give a value of 1. But however, usually the deposit is made by the end of the period. To assume, you know, we all assume it's just like that. Just use the default, leave it. Don't do anything, or give a value of 0. If that answers your question, you put 0 or leave it there, and click on OK. Yeah, 1610.51. Yeah, you see, but however, or you know, you can easily, once you do a lot, you know, you can either type it over here, or you can just type it anywhere. You just do FV here, and you know the order should be rate, which is 10%. M/per is 5 years. No fixed deposit, and you have $1,000 at the beginning. Those, you know, we need 4 inputs, total 5 inputs. But in our case, we just give the PMT a value of 0. And then, so you can just simply type this equation here. Yeah. Any questions? Because it's red. It's in red. So anybody know why it's red? Yeah, and red means negative. Why it's negative? You see, in the time value of money, there's no such a thing like it's negative means like you owe somebody, it's a credit, you owe somebody or it's debit. It's not like that. Well, in the time value of money, the sign, either positive or negative, is related to like the directions of the cash flow. You see, the only cash flow in this case is this $1,000 at the beginning you deposit, right? So this is positive, means you define the depositing where cash went to the bank, go to the bank, as positive. So this 16,000 just means, well, you take it out of the bank. So the sign of the time value of money is related to the direction of cash flows. Since we define deposit as positive, so when you take it out, it will be negative. So since we don't want to be bothered by this, you can just simply just get rid of this by adding this ABS at the beginning. So you just add ABS at the beginning too. ABS is absolute, so you make everything positive. So you get rid of the sign problem. But however, $1,000 doesn't mean a negative 1650, 1610 doesn't mean like you owe anybody. It just means like you take out the money. At the beginning, you deposit $1,000, and you take it out 1610 at the very end. Yeah. You see, if you're interested and you're curious, you see, well, there's the PV function, there's the ampere function. See, there's the ampere function. Yeah, we can use the ampere function to figure out the number of period. It's the equations behind this one, just like that one, the log, like we're showing over there. Also, you see, like it's all the functions built in already. There's a rate function. RATE, the rate function to figure out the interest rate. And also there's another function. What? There's a PV function. It has to have a PV function. Yeah, there's a PV function. Yeah, here it is. So you see all the math equations we're showing over there, we can find the matching Excel. Actually, it was working all the math behind for us. All we need to do is just correctly define the variables, the inputs, and that's all. Yeah. Oh, ABS, yeah. Or another way to do that, well, if you define the 1,000 as negative, we'll say, well, if you define deposit negative, then take it out will be positive. You see, it will be positive too. You see, so if you put negative sign here, you get positive, yeah.
On the assignments, does that matter if we're handing it as negative versus?
Well, because in time value of money, it's always your money, right? So it's not, it doesn't matter like it's you borrowed or what. It should be all positive number. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to turn them all positive.
It should all be positive, yeah. You shouldn't be bothered by the sign. The sign just tells the direction of the cash flow.
Well, I'm saying if we turn the homework assignment
Yeah.
in as a negative instead of a positive, will points be taken off of that, or will that be a test?
Well, I'm pretty lenient to give the, to grade the homework. The homework is mostly just help you to get the better grades. Yeah. So
you don't mind. You don't mind.
Well, I understand you understand it. Yeah. So, but however, in the exam, because our exam is going to be multiple choice questions, so you won't see like negative something over there. Yeah, it's all positive. Yeah. So. Yeah, so this is the first question. So, this is just a basic rule here. Yeah, well, let's work on the question number 2 and see. Yeah, write down, try to understand, write down the math equation, work it out like by math, and then using Excel, you can use Excel just to find the solutions, find the answer. Yeah, chapter 5 is just like there's no PMT, there's no fixed it's called annuity. There's no annuity. But chapter 6 has all of chapter 5 plus annuity, so it's more complicated, but it's the same thing actually. If you want to figure out the future value, well, define all those necessary variables and use FV function. And that's it, yeah. So you got it? You got it? What's your name? Sorry. Oh. Yeah. Trip, okay. Thank you. Yeah. So you see, you have $10, and 200 years ago, how much you have? By simple interest. Let's show you. Simple interest is just 5.5%. This is the interest you'll be making every year for 200 years, and then plus 10. How much is it? Right? Yeah. This is the simple interest. This is the traditional way. Right? So you just have $5.50 for 200 years, and then plus the $10 you deposit. But let's see the compounding way. Like your interest is making interest, and your pot is growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
So what is the 100?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. That's wrong, right? So $110. Yeah. So now what we do, now it's compounding. Yeah, so it should be like $1 million, right? I remember because I did it last semesters.
Yeah, 447, 189. That's what I have.
Yeah, so any questions for this one?
What's the equation for the simple interest?
The simple interest is just your interest is let's say the amount PV times R. This is the interest and times N plus this PV. This is simple interest. And then for the other is PV times with the power of N. Yeah, the simple is not required, but however, as to compare with the compound, you see, because the interest was added into your principal, so you make more, it grows faster and faster. So it's growing like this. Yeah. See, but simple is just you make the same interest year by year. So it doesn't add into your principal. So you make the same interest year by year. This is old traditional way. Yeah, so
Most values rounded to the nearest dollar, or you just
usually in the exam we'll have 2 decimals. Exam is going to be multiple choice, so it should be the decimals. 2 decimals, yeah. But any questions? This is the Excel input. You can do any problems. I see some of you guys are actually have the Excel. So are you using the Excel, Dylan? Yeah. So you got it. It's the same answer, right? Same answer, yeah. See, yeah. Let's keep on working. If you're done with this one, let's work on number 3. Number 3, this same thing. Yeah. Though all those examples are actually from the textbook, yeah. Oh, 120, sorry. Yeah. See, this is the interest times 200. This is the total interest, and plus the $10 principal you have. Yeah, 120 should be 120. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. So any problems? Question number 3, the same thing. Yeah. Question number 3, you have 3 million. You have 3 million widget to sell you sold 3 million, and it's growing at 15% every year for 5 years. So still, the 3 million, 15 is the growing rate, and then for 5 years, so it's like PV is 3 million, and then you want to know the future value in 5 years. Yeah. Yeah, for chapter 5 and 6, we'll just work on those exercises. All the exam questions will be very similar too. Yeah. Like last semester, students did pretty good. More than 50% got A, and then the rest, less than 50% got B, but however, one person got F. That one person got F. Cause are you from Saudi? No, you're not, sorry. You look like a, huh? New Jersey, sorry. I mean New Jersey, I mean New Jersey, no, sorry. Because we have a Saudi student, and then in the middle of the semester, he disappeared, he never come back. I sent him emails, and then I never hear from him. And Rebecca told me he was in kind of trouble, and I don't know what kind of trouble. But he left JU, and he didn't finish none of the class, and so he got F. Huh? That's it. Only one person got F. That's him. So don't worry, just I'll give you a pretty detailed study guide. If you look at the prior semester, yeah, I just want to show you. Yeah, I'll show you the study guide of the exam is like what. So, so you see the study. This is a study guide last time. So we have two part. One is open book. This is just to do the calculation. We have another part is a concept. But however, this is a study guide. I'll give you a pretty detailed study guide, so don't worry so much. Yeah, and then you have some exercise to work on, and then exams will be similar or something. Yeah. Got it? So, what's the answer?
I get 6.03.
Okay, so number four. Let's keep on working. We got a lot to do that. And then at 7:30 we'll have 10 minutes of rest. It's okay. Or 7:20 or 7:10. 7:10. How about 7:10? I'll try to finish the class like at 8:35 and something. 8:40. 8:40. We'll finish the class at 8:40. This class is supposed to be till like 8:50, right? 8:40, yeah, 8:40. We'll try to get it done at 8:40. Yeah. Okay, so number four. Yeah, oh yeah, you can, but however, you can just add just lazy. Yeah.
That calculation you just put up, the second one that you use, that's compound interest, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Compound you see with the you see with the power of n. Yeah, simple interest is just simply times and then add them up. Yeah. So number four. So how much using simple and how much is compounding? Huh? Anybody else? Let's see, you're ahead of us. Anybody else? So Sonia, you got it? Simple. Yeah, number 4. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, compound has to be yeah. Okay, so I don't know how much is it, but however, this is how to do that. Yeah, any questions? That's all? Yeah, 0.08, yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Unless you're asking for simple interest or you
It's compound. Compound, yeah, compound. Yeah. Unless like it's asking for how much is a simple interest, because this is not the way we're using anymore.
okay, so
Yeah, compound.
otherwise you always use compound.
Yeah. Now number five. How much you need to invest today? Then, so you need $10,000 a year from now, and the 7%. How much today? Yeah. Yeah. So, but you're using the calculator or the math, right? Math equation. You're using the math equation. Yeah. Well, it's really up to you. Some people feel like Excel is too cool. So, well, I don't know, because some students like the math equation. Well, it's really up to you. You want to use math, it's okay. But however, let me just give you an example. We'll have equations like this. We have a math professor here, so to her it's so easy. But can you handle equations like this? You have to just plug in C and I and N and I and this, and then to figure out this. And also, what about for this? If you try to use math, not Excel, but however for Excel, it's just one command and that's all. So I really highly recommend either Excel or at least calculator. Yeah, because pure math to work it out, and sometimes there's no solution even. Yeah, let's ask our math professor here. Yeah, for example, if you know this equation, can you figure out how much is I here? You know, like if you know this PV, you know this C, and you know N, but you don't know the I. I is interest rate. Can you have a math equation for the I? There's no math equation. Well, what we'll suggest you to do is just you try and then get closer, guess and try until it's close. Solver, right? Using solver, right? Something. Yeah, using solver. See? Yeah. Yeah, but however, we can just simply using this equation. See, we can just simply using this Excel to work it out instead of using this math. So I really suggest you just to get familiar with Excel. Yeah. So our calculator is fine. Yeah. Any other questions?
Can you type the equation or explain?
This one? Okay. Yeah. See, for this one, first, just try to, for chapter 5, there are four inputs. You get 3. The last one is very easy to figure out. In this case, the $10,000 is which one? It's the PV or FV? Yeah. Okay, so the N is how much? N per is how much? 1. Yeah, how much is the rate? 7. Okay, so it's asking for PV, right? Okay, so we know the equation PV should equals to FV, because it's written over there, over 1 plus R with the power of N. This is the equation here. So it should equals to with the power of 1, so this is the math equation, right? But however, using Excel, PV, we can use the PV PV function in Excel. The syntax of PV function, it's the same thing, same order, but however, just change the FV function in the prior example to PV. PV is a function now, and then still the order is rate, ampere, PMT, which is 0, and then FV now. But also add the ABS. ABS will just give you a positive number. In our case, should be ABS. PV is a function, 7% 1 year, 0. Yeah, so this is the solution. Yeah, see, the same thing, for time value of money, it's all the same order, rate, ampere, PMT, PV, and FV. But 4 of them. In our case, chapter 5, we have only 4 because PMT is 0. Yeah. See, what you can do is go to formula, financial, and which function? PV function, see, PV function here. The box need to give the input for rate, which is 7%. Ampere is 1. PMT is 0. FV is 1,000. Okay, but you can just add ABS. And you can forget about it. Yeah, 93458. Oh, sorry. It was wrong, right? I missed a 0 here. Yeah. See. So so far you cannot see like the advantage of Excel yet, but however you will. Yeah. So just like that, let's work on one more example, and let's have a break after this example, and then we'll keep on working. Yeah. Yeah. I guess this week and next week we'll study chapter 5 and chapter 6, and also maybe part of chapter 7, and then we'll have our first midterm 5, 6, and 8. We'll have our. Or you guys have any other suggestions you want to discuss more about what's going on in the financial market, or like this kind of math stuff? Huh? This is good. Yeah. It's good. Huh?
That's the nice thing on the financial markets is you're never going to be right. So
Yeah.
you're closer than the next guy.
Yeah, let's see number 6, and then we'll have a break after question number 6. So, got it? Do you need to invest today? Yeah.
I think shouldn't the NPER be 17?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I can see you guys can all get A because you guys are so careful. But however, I was told this class is not counted into your GPA calculation, right? So you shouldn't care so much. Okay. Yeah. Huh? 501 is counted? It's not counted. Okay, okay. So these students, these two, they don't care. They don't care. Yeah. Yeah. So got the answer? So any questions? Yeah, if you have any questions, discuss. We can discuss like during the break time. Otherwise, let's have a 10 minutes of break. 10 minutes of break time. Anybody got it? Yeah. 40. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sonia and Trip, Travis, Mark, Dylan. Yeah. Oh, we don't have to return. This is in-class exercise. Return the homework. Yeah, the homework.
The homework is online.
It's online. Yeah. This is. Yeah, the homework is here.
Well, do you want answers or do you want like your homework right now? Do you want that information?
It's up to you. If you work the Excel, like using the Excel, you can just turn in the whole Excel stuff. Because you're using the Excel, you can just turn in it will show the solution, but however it shows your inputs also. You can just send me your Excel file. See, this is the homework. Yeah. See, this is the homework. Yeah, 24 questions. Yeah, see, yeah. See, the homework answers are here. Answers are here already. Huh? This is the homework, but however, see the answer for each questions are there. But you just show me your work, how you get it, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How did that one
Oh,
n
so
turn
sorry,
to
sorry. Sorry. 1 over n.
It should be the same, right?
Yeah, it's the same. Sorry.
Okay, I was really confused.
No. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, okay, no problem. You can just either take it after or before. You can take it either after or the before you want to do. Yeah, just let me know. Yeah.
I had to move my flight to make sure I'm here for the.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to.
I would have missed 2 classes.
But I'm going to like we're doing here. I'm going to post everything into the class website. I'll just put everything, upload everything into YouTube, and then just put the link there in the class website, so you can click it and then.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll still be here the 4th. I just won't be here the 11th. So midterm wise.
Yeah.
You tell me. I'm flexible.
It's really no problem. Yeah.
I'll be here the 4th and I'll get back the 16th.
Yeah.
I want to show you how to put these formulas in.
Okay.
We're typing all that. If you go to insert an equation,
Okay.
they look really nice when you go to
Insert.
an equation.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And then you just type the equation like
Yeah.
you were typing. The exponent comes up there. as
Yeah.
The exponent.
Oh yeah. Here, right?
So
Yeah. Why we have to take this class?
Yes.
Are you the MBA students? You're not.
What now?
You're not MBA students, right?
Yes, I am. I'm going to one day graduate with an MBA degree. That has been my dream ever since I was
Okay.
in college.
I thought you were a math professor.
I am a math professor, but I want to do this MBA.
You're going to
the
change
math-
jobs?
No, I'm not change jobs. No.
I know.
It's just for my own fun
Yeah.
and excitement.
Yeah, well, this class, however, this is fundamental class also, so we deal like a lot of it. We don't deal with the real cases or something. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
Like
so
us
this
in
is-
mathematics, we don't deal in real cases.
I know, so-
they give us problems, we just do.
I know, yeah.
Many of them I can make relevant to
Yeah.
the real world.
But however,
but
for
some
this
I can't.
class, even though we can just work out everything by math, we try to make it simple just using Excel.
Yeah.
Just You know.
That's good. I'm glad I'm in your
Okay.
class.
It's good.
We're
He's a
on
math. She's a math professor here.
We're on a committee
Yeah.
together too in the
Yeah.
spring.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah.
going to do that again.
Are you going to do it
The
again?
faculty, yeah, recognition committee, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's
Oh,
a
you're
lot of
also
fun.
working for JU?
My husband does.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know the Eric. Eric, yeah, yeah, I met her. I met you before, yeah. The Eric, yeah. Yeah, I know, yeah. I hope you like this class.
Very much.
Okay.
I like getting answers.
Okay.
Do I need one of those in class, or is it okay if I just keep track in the book? Or do I need one?
You don't need a book. And besides,
No, the chapter 5
oh,
and 6 in
okay.
class.
You see, I
Is it on the website?
It's on the website.
So I can
yeah.
print it off
You see,
later?
yeah, it's just here. You see, this is the class website. You can just go to jufinance.com.
I
This
have it
is,
pulled up on my.
you see, this is like you guys when we have the Fin 310, it's here. We did this one, right? You're here.
Yeah.
So this class is just this one. But you know this one, and then you click on this one. You see, this is our in-class exercise.
Okay.
This one, yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. Trying to memorize you guys' name. I need glasses. Michael, yeah. Yeah. Are you just directly coming over here from the undergrad, or you've been working for several years already? Yeah. Okay. This is a tool like I'm trying to do that because it's really nice. Because I don't know about your department, they have it or not. You just have it, and then it has a speaker, and then it will record everything. But only me, not you guys actually.
We don't have that, but we do have iPads that we can write on.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw that your math department, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Post it then so people can watch.
I'll upload into YouTube and then put the link in our class website. So for people missing the class or kids want to go back, repeat, Hopefully it will work, but I don't know because it's going to be like 3 hour long. I don't know is it easy to upload into YouTube or not. It's going to be 3 hour long, yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah. It's actually not so expensive. It's pretty cheap. Yeah. All you need is just either an iPhone or the iPad there. Yeah, it's called Swirl. Swirl. Yeah, SWIR. Swirl, yeah. 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 Math students probably want to review that later before exam or something, yeah.
Find out how much it costs. I'll buy one myself.
Oh.
I mean, I could buy it for myself for my online classes.
Yeah, for online
I
classes.
could teach my face-to-face.
Yeah.
Onliners could see it. Or I could put it up there so I could work
Yeah.
on the board.
What's good is this one will follow you and also your voice is very clear because the speaker is just right here. Yeah. I'll let you know, yeah. Yeah.
See if we can invest in getting
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We do this in Excel, the homework problems.
Uh-huh.
How do we turn it into if we
You can just
you're not going to see
no,
the
no,
formula.
no. You can just send it through the email.
Oh,
the email,
email.
yeah. You just attach it and send it to me.
Attach it in
Attach it
Excel
in the
file
Excel.
to
You see the, yeah. See, to my email address. See the homework. See, I give the answers already. All the answers are given already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can just show
You
me
just
the detail.
show
Yeah.
that we did it?
Yeah, you did it. Yeah. So there are 20 some questions here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and so we can just send it.
Send me. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh. Well, class, how about we start now so we can finish early? Yeah. Are we ready to start now so we can all finish early? Yeah, let's do that. Question number 7. Number 7? Yeah. I'll work on it too, and then you work on by yourself, and then let's see if we got the same answer or not. Yeah. Are we ready? Can we start now? Yeah, let's do that so we can all go home early. I don't understand why you guys want to be here. You all want to go home early. You guys like to come to class and study, right? Or you think it's a torture? It's a torture. It's not a torture. Okay, let's see. Okay. number 7. So, okay, all agree? Yeah. Yeah. That good? It's good. Okay. Yeah, and question 8 is the same thing. I'll just keep on working. Okay, so I won't work on the 10 years. So that's the solution. The question number 9, it's the same. Yeah, so yeah. Now number 10 is different. Number 10, we need to use the rate function now. So everybody with me? So for 7, for 8, 9, and 10, 8, 9. So any questions? Because it's the same thing, so. Yeah. So what's good is I'm using the same thing last semester. So it's actually over here. If you click here, the solution here. So you can just check everything because everything available is for you to use. But however, yeah. So it's here. Which one? Oh, now so is that right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Number 8. This is 8. This is number 8. So, which one is wrong? Yeah, this is correct. You see when the interest rate is increasing and then the PV is decreasing. So you see it's downward sloping for this one. Yeah, number 9 is here. Number 8, we're still at 8. See, here it's 8. Huh? Yeah, number 8, the answer. Yeah. Yeah, if you click on the prior semester, and then you find the solutions of all the questions, because it's the same textbook, so we're using the same questions. All the questions are actually from the PowerPoint. PowerPoint has the same questions also. I just put them together in a Word file. Yeah. And then when it's over, I'm going to post the solutions in our class website too. Yes. So you can find it in our class website. Or any subject related to finance you want us to discuss a little bit in the class. For example, like you're probably interested, what's going to happen to the stock market or something. We can discuss these issues together or something. If you're interested, or let me know. Yeah, because of course I don't know the answer, because I'm just like you guys. I just like talking about future. I'm blind too. So this is 8. Any questions for 8? Question 8? Yeah, 9. Question number 9. So, any questions for 9? Still 8? We're still at 8. We're still at 8, right? Or 9? Morgan. So 9. We're at 9, right? So this is 9 solution. Huh? So yeah. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Yeah. You tell me. How about you tell me? Yeah. Let's see. Probably I was wrong. Okay. So what's the rate? So what's the rate? Huh? What's the ampere? Okay, number 10. Yeah, number 10. That's why you have to, because remember cash flow. Since you got one deposit, one withdrawal, so one has to be positive, one has to be negative, and then you get the answer. Otherwise, you got the error sign. Yeah. So we're all fine, right? So far. So number 9 is okay, right? Morgan. Yeah. Olivia, right? So. Yeah, so number 10, it's okay? Number 9 is okay? Yeah, okay. Well, let's work on number. Yeah, you should know what number. This is 9 and number 10. Well, so the equation is like that. To get the rate, we should do what? We should use FE over PV. This is an equation. This is a math equation, remember, right? So it should be what? Math is too tedious? Yeah. I don't think so. We have a math professor here. So I think she won't be happy. You say math is tedious. See, this is a math. You just get the ratio of FE over PV with the power of 1 over n, subtract 1. So, but however, using the Excel, remember, let's do that. Yeah, you see, which function? Okay, rate function, however. Ampere is how many years? 5, okay. PMT in our case is a fixed amount coming in every year, 0. For chapter 5, it's all 0. The PV is how much? 1,000. Okay, so this is what? Deposit, right? What about future value? But this is different, right? This is withdrawal, taking out, negative. Yeah. You see, but however, it's 4%. Well, add decimals. We need 2 decimals. If it's 3, it's the same. Because this Excel function was actually doing all the math behind for us, the same thing. Yeah, so however, if you see the 2 cash flow, one has to be positive, one has to be negative, because one is deposit, one is put in, one is take out. So you can change the sign for this negative, but this has to be positive.
Is that only when you're looking for the rate?
No, like for Ampere, you have to define deposit and withdraw also. And then you have to do the same thing, be careful. Yeah, when you have 2 cash flows, you have to be careful the direction. Usually it's opposite direction. One deposit, one take out. Yeah. See, or you can just simply use rate. You don't need to do the absolute anymore because rate has to be positive. Yeah, rate, and then so it's 5 years, 0, 1,000. Then the next one has to be negative. Because one deposit and one in, one out. Has to be one in, one out. So, one positive, one negative. Or one negative, one positive, whatever. So. Okay, so usually in the exam, I'll just put 2 decimals there for the answer solutions. So, but however, it's the same answer. Yeah. See, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's work out yeah, question number 11 is the same thing. You have $10,000, you want to double in 6 years, which means 6 years later you want $20,000. Yeah, what's the interest rate? Huh? It should be around 12% something. Yeah. Yeah, so it should be 12% something. See, I'm not so good at the equation. Yeah, so it should be insert. It should be I chose the wrong one. I thought this one. Yeah, but however, yeah, this one, right? Yeah, this one. Yeah. Yeah. Subtract 1. Yeah. It should be so, or you use rate function. Okay, so it should be something. It's called, bless you. This is a quick way. You go to talk to a banker. Sometimes they do the calculations really fast. It's called rule of 72. Yeah, just like, well, if you want to double your money, you just use the use 72, rule of 72. Use 72 over n, and that's the interest you are going to be earning. Or, if you know the interest rate, how long does it take, you just use 72 over r. Yeah, to figure out how long does it take. Like, for example, nowadays interest rate is 1%. So to double your money, it takes 72 years, 72 your whole lifelong years to double your money. But if the interest rate is, let's say, 8%, like in the past, only takes about 9 years to double your investment. So, in the past, the stock market returns about 8% every year. So it takes you only 9 years. But nowadays, it's like 1% interest rate if you put the money into the bank. So it takes you 72 years to double your investment. So, So this is called rule of 72. Pretty quick way. But however, you got something not exactly using this rule, but however, it's very close. Yeah. So it should be 11 something, right? How much is it? Yeah. Yeah, 12.25%. Yeah. So number 12, we can finish this chapter pretty quick, so we got a little bit more to work on. Yeah. So number 12. Yeah. So. Just be careful of the sign. If you put both positive, you get error sign, and that means there's a mistake. Usually it's just because you forgot to give a negative number to either present or future. Doesn't matter which. So I'm not going to put the math equation there since it's tedious. So it's pretty easy, right? So, but once we add the last input PMT here, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. But however, we can use the MPV to work problems with this kind of cash flows, multi-cash flows. So far, we have only one cash flow, one deposit. So the answer for this one should be 17.27%. Yeah. Number 13.
So you want us to round to the nearest hundred every time percent?
Usually 2 decimals. Yeah, right? See, usually 2 decimals.
14 is
the 12, right? Yeah, so 13 is more realistic kind of example. So which one? You have $500 today and receive $600 in 5 years, and then or 4%. Which one is better? 4%. Yeah, you just try to figure one is 4% interest. So, but you don't know the first one's interest is how much? 3.71%. Yeah. So, any questions? We're pretty fast now. Try to work it up. Or I'm going to post the solutions. Yeah, and then any questions, let me know. Like I said, I'll be in my office Monday, maybe not Thursday, but however, Monday till Friday, all the afternoons I'll be there. This is 13. Any questions? Yeah, 13. Any questions for 13? Dylan, you have a question? No? Okay. Travis, any questions? Travis, any questions? No questions. Max, right? Any questions? Yeah, 14. 13 is done, so let's work on 14. 14 is, we don't know how much is this n. We don't know how much is n, but however, we know the rest. So we can use which function? It's called ampere function, yeah. You can go to Google, no, not Google. Go to the formula. Go to the formula and look for financial, look for ampere and MPER. And then all you need to do is just to define rate. How much is the rate? 10%. Okay, how much is the PMT is still 0. How much is PV? 50,000. How much is the FV? 20,000. Huh? 20,000. 20,000, yeah, but negative 20,000. Put negative sign there. And 3 point, like we just need 2 decimals, so 3.02 years. Yeah. This one? Which one? The mass equation, you mean? Yeah, the mass equation would be, yeah. The mass equation would be, it should be, right? So it should be the same answer. Yeah, see, it's the same answer. See, because you see, this is when we just plug into the equations into the mass equation, and then see, this is a mass equation for FV, PV, and this is interest rate. This is a mass equation, so we got the same answer. The Excel is just simply defining all the necessary inputs. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, because it should be positive number. So, so if you got negative solutions, that means something is wrong. So we don't need ABS here. Yeah, or if you put both positive and you get the error sign, see it's no number. So, however, you can just make this negative, and it's still the same answer. Huh? So okay, 15. We got 15 and 16 and 17. We're done. Anybody did 15? Got it? Yeah. Oh, okay. 15. So how long you have enough money for the down payment and closing cost. The house is $150,000, and you need 10% down payment, and plus 5% of the loan payment for the closing cost. So how much you need? So of course PV is 15,000, right? But the FV was not given directly, so we need to figure out how much is this FV. But however, it's how much? It's times 10%. This is down payment, right? And 5% of the loan amount for the closing cost. How much loan you need? You need 90% of the loan, right? Because you got 10% down. So this is 90%. This is the loan, and 5%, right? So this is the total future value you need. Yeah, and then so rate is 7. Now this is the money you need. So you have $15,000 now. This is how much you need. So you want to know how much is the ampere? Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yes. See, it's probably here you get a little confused. So this is the amount you make the down payment. So the loan should be 90% of 150,000. So you have 5% for the closing cost of the loan amount. So this is the loan amount, and then so 5% of this is the closing cost, and so this is the down payment. So you need $21,750, but you have $15,000, but you have account give you 7.5% every year. So how long? So yeah, right?
I'm confused on how the 21,700.
Okay, see, so how much is your down payment? 15,000, right?
That's how much you have right now, which is
No.
10%
Forget about this. You know, you don't need this information. You just need to figure out like how much you need at the closing time, at the closing date. How much you need? The house is $150,000. 10% down payment. How much? 15, yeah. And also you need to pay 5% of the loan for closing. 5% of the loan, right? 5% of the loan, additional 5% of the loan amount. How much loan you got? How much loan you got? You got 90% of the total, right? Because you make 10%. Yeah, see, 5% of the loan amount for closing cost. Yeah, this is examples in the book. Yeah, so that's why it's 90%. Yeah. Yeah, so oh, how long? So sorry. Yeah, 5.14, right? Yeah.
Can you do it in the formula in Excel? Like
Yeah.
the function?
The Excel or the function of the mass? Okay, so you just do like a. Oh. Yeah, see, this is a mass. The box. Okay. Okay, so how much is the rate? Okay, payment 0 for chapter 5. PV is the FV negative or whatever you can change. Yeah, that's it. So you just have to, when you have PV and FV, one positive, one negative. Okay, so we got 2 more, and we're almost done. And then we're going to study something very difficult, which is chapter 6. Chapter 5 is pretty easy so far. Yeah. So 16 and 17. Yeah. Still any questions for 15? Yeah, any questions? So Trip, you have any questions for 15? No. Sanya, any questions? Because I have an eyesight problem, so if it's so far away, I couldn't see your names. I need glasses. Yeah, if you go to China, you sit in like primary schools, even for the first grade, even second grade, you'd be surprised. Like more than 50% of the students, even in the first grade, they all wear glasses already. Yeah. So 16, got it? Travis, you got it? How much is it?
3.136.
Yeah. Yeah, you got 17? Oh, yeah, how much is it?
Part 1 is $301.
Yeah.
2 is 14.21 years.
14.12?
14.21.
21 years.
And part 3 is 7.18%.
Yeah. So any questions? If you don't have any questions, we'll move on to the chapter 6, which is like actually the same thing, but we just need one more variable, which is PMT. We always just put 0 so far. We need to give a value, and that's all. Everything else is the same, but just define PMT now. Yeah. The function box here? In Excel, okay. Okay, again, let's do that. You see, which function should be ampere function? Okay, so the rate is just interest rate. 6% what? 7.5. Okay, so PMT is 0. The PV is how much you start? So 1,500, right? 15,000. Yeah, and then future value is 21,750. But however, negative, put the negative sign. Yeah. Yeah, 16 should be 3.13. It's the same thing, so got it? Yeah. 17, what about 17? Yeah, Travis, can you explain to us like how you got all those numbers, and then we'll see like you did right or wrong. Okay. Well, let's look at the solution. We want to explain to us, or you want to check the solution, or come over here. Yeah. So any questions so far? 16, no problem, right? Huh?
I'll have to explain it, but
yeah. Oh, you're doing this way. You did the same way too? Using the mass equation? You see how complicated it is for chapter 6. You see it's
Sorry.
Which one? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's right, yeah.
Relationship building, so it's algebraic. Yeah.
So, or you can do, Travis is using the math equations, but however, you can use Excel, the same thing. Yeah, any questions so far? Yeah, for this. Yeah, if we don't have any, well, thank you, Travis. So, anybody need to take the picture of this one? It's excellent. So, I should turn on the light so you. Any other questions? Yeah, so, so if we don't have any problems, we'll work on chapter 6. So far, it's the same idea, but however, chapter 6 is just like it's not one-time deposit anymore, it's multi-deposit. We start with like the multi-deposit, but however, just like you retired, you receive your Social Security payment every month, so it's the same amount every month. Yeah, or you're an investor, you have some money put into the bond market. We all know the bond market pay back to the bond investors as like you receive your coupon or interest payment every year, twice a year. Twice a year, but however, it's the same amount coupon, same amount interest every year. So chapter 6, we just add one more variable, which is this PMT. It's the same thing except it's multi cash flows in this case. While all we need to do, everything is the same. You have to be careful of the direction of cash flow. Meanwhile, PMT won't be 0 anymore. Yeah, so for this kind of multi-cash flow, really suggesting it is really better if you can draw a timeline first. Timeline is just like you draw a bar here, and then, but however, you just write down the time, and also write down the cash flow in each period is how much to help you to see the cash flow. And then if it's an even cash flow, and you give a value for PMT. If it's uneven cash flow, we use NPV to work it out. Yeah, so it sounds very easy, right? So let's just use this example to start. Yeah, like you have $1,000 now in a saving account, 6%, and you add. Oh, okay, so this is different. Yeah, well, let's see. You have $1,000 now, 6%, and you add $500 a year from now, $700 2 years from now. How much you will have in 2 years in your saving account after you make your $700 deposit. Yeah. Can I? It's really nice though. Yeah. So you have $1,000. Well, you know, if you have $1,000 in your saving account, in this case, you put all the money into the same account. But however, if you have $1,000 in Wells Fargo and you have another $500 you saved a year later in like Bank of America, you have another $700 you deposit in the Chase a year later. So that means like you got, or you put everything in the same account. That means you got the same amount, or it's different. If they offer the same interest rate to you, all give you 6%. But you put the 3 deposits at different period in different banks, or into the same bank, same account. It's the same value, right? Yeah. So that means, you know, you can just treat each one individually. Figure out $1,000 worth how much by the end of the 3rd year, how much this $500 worth 2 years later, this $700 worth, you know, till the very end is how much, and then you add them up. It should be the same thing. You know, you can just treat all these individual deposits separately or individually this way. You see, the first thing you should do, you should just draw a timeline. This is called, which is just a bar to show you the time, and also you start from 0, which is current, present, and then write down the numbers, which is just the period. 1 period from now, 2 periods, 3 periods, and 4 periods. And then underneath it, you can just write down the cash flow. Like let's say you have $1,000 now, which is under 0 because it's current. And then you want to add $500 a year later, and then $700 by the end of the 2nd year. How much you have in your account, you know, by the end of, you want to know the future value here by the end of the 2nd year is how much. So, but like I just said, you know, it doesn't matter. You have all of the money into the same account or individually, separately in different banks. So that means, you know, you can figure out the future value of each one. Like $700, you just deposit still worth $700, and then add them up. And then that's your, you know, it sounds like it's a net future. It's a net. It seems like you're calculating the net future value. You have a bunch deposit at different period, but however, you know, you cannot add 1,000 with this 500, with this 700 at all. You cannot add them. Because this 1,000 you deposit earlier. So when you deposit this $500, it's not $1,000 anymore. It's 1,000 plus the interest. So you want to figure out by the end of, you know, the 1st year how much. You have to consider the interest you earned. You know, for this multi-cash flow, it's not individual cash flow anymore. But however, you can still consider them as individual cash flow, and then add them up. It's the same, but see, this is $1,000 you deposit for 2 years. This $500 you deposit for how many years? 1 year. $700 you deposit for no year at all. So, and then you add them up. Yeah. You see, so you should figure out. You see, this $1,000. Yeah. 2 years later. Yeah, and then you just add them up. So however, students always get confused because, well, why cannot just add 1,000 to with the 500 with the 700? It's different. Just like your money, like you deposit earlier, and then you want to deposit something now, and with the money you deposit earlier, the earlier is growing. It's a different number, so you cannot just add the original deposit with the original deposit you did it now. Yeah. So, but there's no quick way to do that. But because this is asking to figure out the future value, net future value, there's no equations or formulas in Excel to do that directly. You just have to calculate the future value one by one, add them up. However, there's a command called NPV. If it's asking you the present value, then you can use NPV function in Excel and do that. NPV, yeah, net present value. This is net future value. Yeah. So, got it? Anybody got the answer? Yeah.
Do you do anything with the EMT with that or no?
Not yet. The late,
Okay, so it's still 0 and you just add
Yeah, see, we are going to do that. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, since you guys are interested in that, let's just jump to question number. We're going to finish everything, but however, let's just jump to question number 6. Number 7. Number 7, yeah. So you got the number 1, the answer? Answer is here. Yeah. Here is the solution. So what I suggest you to do this way. Do this way. Yeah, this way, yeah. You just consider, well, you have $1,000. How much 2 years later is how much? And then $500. Yeah.
You just do the regular formula and add all the numbers together.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, so yeah. Let's just pass this part yet, because it's a little bit complicated. But however, don't do this part, and then because we haven't studied the MPV yet. But this is an easy way to do this kind of question. But so far, yeah, just do the regular way. You just treat each deposit by itself, and then figure out how much it worth by the very end, and then add them up. Yeah. Let's look at question number 6. Okay, so you want to pay $632 per month for a new car, and the rate is 1%, and you want the loan for 48 months. So you pay, this is, you get the loan, your interest is charged like on a monthly basis, not yearly basis like the bank is doing. So the credit card company or loan company charge you 1% every year for 4 years. How much can you borrow? How much can you borrow to buy the car? So you see, you make this $600 payment every month. So when you see like the fixed payment, this is fixed payment, then this is the PMT, example of PMT here. Yeah, in this case, you see, it's asking you how much you can borrow now. In other words, you make $632 fixed amount payment back to the loan company. The company will figure out, well, how much it worth now for the dollars you borrowed. So you make $632. It's like the banks loaned it out to you. But if they don't loan it out to you, they can save it in some banks and make 1% interest. How much it worth? You know, but we want to figure out how much it worth now. You know, so this is the PMT. The question is asking you how much can you borrow, and how much can you borrow? That means this is the present value. Present value always means the values earlier at early period. Then in this case, future value is the amount in your account in the future. But however, by the end of the 4 years, and then your account is closed. Your account is cleared up. You borrowed a certain amount, and then you paid back. And then by the very end, your account is done. It's closed. So your future value is like future value is your like account. How much you still owe in your account 4 years later, which is 0. So in this case, future value is 0. So you try to figure out how much is the PV, and rate is 1%. Ampere is 48. You see, in comparison with chapter 5, you just have 1 deposit. Here you have 48 deposit. How much is the deposit in the 48 period? 632. If we draw the timeline, it will be 0. You make $632 every month for 48 months. And then, so we want to know how much it worth now. In other words, you can either pay this present value to buy the car, or you pay $632 every month for 4 years, but compounded on a monthly basis at 1%. Or you just pay the lump sum. How much is this loan's lump sum value worth? Yeah. We have all done that, right? You go to a loan company, it will tell you, well, the car worth $20,000. Well, you know, we'll charge you 0.5% of interest every month for 5 years. And but you pay us back that much every month, right? Yeah, but however, you always get a lump sum value from the car dealer, from the dealer. So how much is the lump sum value of the loans you get or the car worth? Yeah, that's, huh? Yeah, you see, so of course, you know, we can use the math. To do the math, it's, the rate has to be like every period, the interest, the month, yeah. The credit card company is charging you 1% every month, yeah, per month. But using, you know,
1% per month would be what, 14% per year?
1% a month would be, no, not 12%. It's higher than, it should be like that much. It should be like 12.68% or something. It's greater, yeah. We're going to study this later. But anyhow, so it should be, yeah, I'm going to give the hard time to our fan of math people. Like, yeah, see, this is well, it's so simple it is. However, this is PMT. It's not 0 anymore, but now 0 is for future value, because your account worth the PV value, and then you paid it off. You get that PV value of loan, and then you paid it off by 632. By the very end, it's over. Yeah. So this is, you see. You see, the FV now is 0. Using the math, because I don't remember the equation, I cannot memorize the equation, because this is okay, here. The equation should be this one. So it should be, well, you guys can try. Should be 632 times 1 minus 1 plus 1%, 48 over, see, besides you have to memorize everything. Negative 1%. Should be this one. Should be PV of ordinary annuity, this one. You still want to do the math? Yeah. Huh? So you should use this equation. PV for, it's called ordinary annuity. It's called annuity. Like annuity, just like you make the fixed amount of payment or receive the fixed amount values, that's annuity. Ordinary annuity means you receive or you make the payment by the end of the period. That's called ordinary annuity. So you see C is 632 here, I is 1%, N is 48. You see, so it should be either 1%, 48, 632, 0, that much, or let's see, let's try this. Yeah. So that's the math equation. See, yeah, so any questions? So this kind of question, so it's annuity. Annuity just that you receive the fixed amount every period. But however, PMT is zero, PMT is not zero anymore. Yeah, but see, Excel, not much, still the same order. But for the math, it's because you got so many, so you have to discount every one of them and then add them up, yeah. And besides, when interest rate is not known, you don't have a solution. You don't have an equation. Yeah. So the same thing. Yeah, let's work on another example. Yeah, any questions? Yeah. So if you go to a bank, you go to a dealer, and you want to buy a car worth $24,000, and then the banker will tell you, or the dealer will tell you, pay $632. Well, now if you see this kind, you can do your own calculations too. Yeah. For example, let's just change this question slightly. Yeah. Let's just change the question. If the car 1% interest rate for, we probably all run into this kind of problem. Should be 632, but let's see. Well, you know, the car is worth $24,000. You can pay a lump sum and buy the car. But however, you want loans at 1% for 4 years. So how much you should pay? You should pay 632. This is a PMT is a function. Now we use, so that's why Excel is pretty easy. Almost like everybody can do this. Yeah. Now this is the PMT is a function. The syntax is still the same. Rate, ampere, PV. Order is always PV, FV. In our case, you see. Yeah. It should be $632. $632, right? You guys want to do the math? The equation should be which one? The equation should be Oh yeah, equations is still the same, but however, you know the PV is 24,000, and you just want to figure out how much is the C. So you use this over this. Yeah. So how much you got? So it should be yeah, then you have to do this. So how much? Future value, remember here it's 0 because you borrowed $24,000, make 632. So future value is the end. At the end, how much is the values left? Which is nothing. You see, you got 600. So again, because this is dollar amount, it has something to do with the cash flow direction. Since so that's why you got negative. Put ABS there, or for this. Maybe wrong, because is that right? See, it's wrong. See, so you have to be careful. Huh? Oh yeah. So I probably make it so. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't need this. I don't need this, right? I do. Don't need that, right? I need that, right? No, it was. You need that, yeah. Yeah, but I need to close it, yeah. I don't need this 1%, right? Oh. Anyhow. Why was anyhow? See, it's because well, I don't know. You just have to be very, very careful. But however, for the Excel, it's very easy. You see the difference? Huh? Yeah, this one I'm not, because you have to just consider, the orders. But anyhow, any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you just explain in just using words?
Yeah.
When you say the car.
It's recording. It's recording, you guys, all the time. Sorry.
The car is worth $24,000. That's future value.
That's a present value.
If I read
Yeah.
that word problem, I probably put it as present value.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's a present value.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sorry. The future value is 0. Yeah. Because the car worth $24,000 now.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Because the present value is always earlier period value, and then future value is always like by the very end. It's how much. Yeah. The PMT is just in the period. The fixed amount in or out is how much. Yeah. So you see, just like that, PMT is a function also. This is let me just show you another one, because since a lot of us I can see have experience of like buying houses or something, and there's a table. It's really useful. Like for this example, the car, to buy the car or house, you can actually figure out by yourself how much you should pay every month. And the car, like it's called, if you go to some of you probably has done this before. Just go to Excel, click on New, and you should see, here, you should see the template, sample template, but it's here already for the 2013 version. And loan table, you see this loan table? Have you used this before? In Excel. Like for example, in our case, how much is like 24,000, right? This is a loan amount, the car's worth. This is annual interest rate. Well, 12%, because it's 1% every month, 12%. But here, loan period in years. Number of payment per year is 12. Loan period in years, like we got 4 years. Yeah. And then start date of the loan could be any date. And that's all you need to and just put in here, and that's all. And then you see on the right side, this is your scheduled payment, and this is the total interest the dealer charged you, $6,000. And you see the breakdown of each payment is how much. This is just a table. I'm sure like if you go talk to a banker, and he will give you this table. Huh? He will give you the table here. You see, this is your first payment, and you owe 20. This is beginning balance, just like at the beginning, how much you owe still. This is you make, how much you pay, and then you see over here, how much you paid into your interest, or this is how much the money the bank charges you or they make from you. This is actually you paid into your account. Principal, this is like you paid $632, but $392 goes to the reduction of your principal of your debt. Ending balance, how much you still owe to the banker. You can just pay this off to the banker to close your account. This is just like a future value. You see, after all the payment, it should be 0. Yeah, it's the last, after the last one, it's 0. It's 0, yeah. See, yeah, for example, we can buy a house. For example, we have a $150,000 house, annual interest rate, let's say 5%, and loan period, let's say 30 years. Yeah, see 12 times a year. So you see, so this is $150,000. You know, so you make monthly $805. You make $805 per month, and the total interest you pay to your bankers is $139, almost the same amount of the value of the house actually. Yeah, so it's very useful. This is a loan amortization schedule table in the Excel. You can just use it. Yeah. Any questions? So it's 8:33 now. Shall we keep on working? No. Yeah, well, you know, I don't think we can finish the homework, but however, just work on it, and then we'll continue to study the chapter 6 next time, and then probably we'll work on chapter 8 in week 3, and then we'll have our first midterm. So 5, 6, and 8. No, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah. Huh? 5, 6, and 7. Yeah. Huh? No, I don't think the homework will be due next time because we haven't finished it yet. Yeah, let's say the homework will be due in 2 weeks. No, yeah, by the end of the 3rd week. Yeah.